He's not even worth that. Hey. Anyways, I digress. Let's keep this COVID, guys. Come on. With whatever beliefs we have to all unify and not divide like that, okay? You disagree on other beliefs, we have to unify on this principle that we're all here for freedom, okay? So don't let, whatever, you want to believe in flat earth, you want to believe in this or that, I got no problem with that, okay? I don't care. I'm here for freedom and liberty because we don't have enough patriotism in Canada. We don't. And everybody here is a patriot for being here, so thank you. I just wanted to share something. I travel a lot. I recently actually re-entered the country about 6 weeks ago from Mexico, one of the epicenters, right? I got so much coronavirus, it's terrible. I partied my brains out, guys. It was fucking awesome. The corona. I wonder if their marketing budget increased or decreased during this time. Anyways, when you enter the airport, when you enter the country through the airport, the actual machine where you sign in, where you scan your passport, right? It asks you to quarantine. You do not have to tick that box. You can just go forward. It's only you legally consenting to quarantining that actually allows the government to charge and fine you. Look, whatever you do is at your own risk. Okay? Whatever you do is at your own risk. However, it's the legal consent that is how they get you. Because in our Charter of Rights and Freedoms, we are allowed to enter, leave, or remain in the country as long as we want, or any time we want. They cannot get us to quarantine. It's one of our rights. And the Quarantine Act does not supersede our Charter of Rights and Freedoms. Unfortunately, unlike the U.S., we do not have a constitution that is so ironclad. And it has been manipulated, our Charter of Rights and Freedoms, many times. However, you can come and go as you please. At the same time, you do not have to fill in. I had a conversation with the superintendent of the Border Patrol, or whatever the hell you call him in the airport. I said, do I have to fill in this information to enter the country? Do I have to sign at the bottom to enter the country that I agree to quarantine for 14 days? He said, no. So I said, okay, I'm not signing, and I fucking walked in. Most people will not ask questions. Most people comply. Most people are afraid of authority. But you know what? We have the authority of God. I'm not going to say Jesus Christ, but we have the authority of the higher power that created us. That is our human right. Our human right to life, to pursue freedom, happiness, love, and whatever the fuck we want. So, ask questions. Ask questions. I have no idea. I don't even own a phone. I got an iPad. LTE on somebody else's name. He can't fucking track me. Anyways, I just want to say, I love you guys. Let's stick together on this cause. Please focus on coronavirus, anti shit like that, okay? No flat earth, no religious denominations, none of that shit. Let's go for freedom. We're all unified on freedom, right? Everybody, yeah? Yeah? Okay. Don't say that. Just respect everybody's opinions and respect everybody's freedom. To say whatever they want. I respect you for saying that. All right. Thank you, Graham. Thanks.
Take off your mask and yell, I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not gonna take this anymore.
Truth is the cure.
Truth is the virus.
Fear is the virus. Fear is the virus. Truth is the cure. Facts, not fear. Facts, not fear.
Wake up, 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 wake up.
Okay, so our good friend, our best friends, Bonnie Henry. No! And who's the other scammer? Michael Farnsworth or whatever his name is?
the safety guy. You guys all know what they did. They put harsher restrictions on basically all of BC now. They tightened down their restrictions on us. No more yoga studios. No more gyms. No more watching your kids play hockey. We have townhouse complexes and apartment complexes putting up notices saying you can't have people in your household anymore. They have mandated masks all around BC. It is getting worse here, guys, but we are here to make it better, okay? This is up to us. We are here to make it better, okay? So I got an important announcement for you guys here, okay? I am working with organizers across Canada, in every province, from the west to the east, for an initiative to counter these policies that store makers are putting on us for these people that are violating our human rights. I'm taking an initiative into my hands, and I'm making this nationwide. What it's going to be called the Human Rights Handout. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. I have been researching the human rights in BC and our charter rights for the last several days very closely. Okay, so what this initiative is going to do, it's educational for one thing, it's inspirational, it's boots on the ground, and it's a way around these policies these store makers are putting on with these mandatory masks on us. So what this is going to do, what we're going to do in each province, we're going to print out each province's human rights code onto a leaflet, a pamphlet, whatever it may be, a brochure. We're going to get every organizer that's done any group, that's done any protest, that's done any rally, that's done any initiative to print these out, and we're going to go boots on the ground. This is a 24/7 type of thing. Anyone can do it. This is when you go shopping. This is when you go in a group. This is a 24/7 thing. Always have those leaflets handy. Recognize what the human rights are, and every time you go into a store, you will film it, you will film the interaction, you will educate these store managers what our human rights are, how they can't do this and can't do that. We will film it, we will plaster it all over online, MeWe, Parler, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. I don't care, smoke signal these to across Canada. I don't care. But this is the initiative we're going to do. We have to educate these store managers, these security guards, and even some police. Nobody knows what our human rights are. Nobody. All these policies that they're doing completely violate our human rights. And this initiative will counter that. It'll help lax some of these policies on us. It'll help keep their businesses afloat. It'll help us non-mask wearers go in and buy products, which is our right to do so. Okay, so let me explain what some of our human rights actually are here, because maybe even some of you guys don't know, maybe some people watching don't know. Okay, so this is the way it works. The Charter of Rights in Canada, okay, our Canadian Charter does not apply to private-owned businesses or private-owned companies, only from government to citizen. When it's a private business enabling these policies, that's when our Human Rights Code comes in, okay? The only time the Canadian Charter applies to a business is if the government restrictions are put on that business by the government. Then our charter applies in that business, okay? If not, if it's a policy the store manager made, then it's our BC Human Rights Code that we have to follow, okay? Now, some aspects of our human rights, what are they? People don't know this. No business at all can refuse you service for not wearing a mask. That is against the Human Rights Code in BC. They cannot do it. They cannot kick you out of their store for not wearing a mask. They cannot do it. Okay? So if they try to say, well, you're trespassing. No, you're not. You are a paying customer to their public service. They cannot charge you for trespassing because you're a paying customer. Always bring that up, okay? The whole trespassing private property stuff is null and void because they are giving a public service to you guys. Okay? So more about our BC human rights here that people don't know. If they ask you to provide proof of your medical disability, you are under no legal obligation to do it at all. You do not give them the doctor's note. You are not required to do it at all. It is actually illegal for them to accept that documentation. You are not required to give anybody a doctor's note. Okay? So remember that. Your medical information is private. Nobody's privy to it at all. So when they ask you for a doctor's note, you say, I do not have to give that to you. I am under no legal obligation to do it. And it's against our BC human rights to actually do it. Okay, so this is things that store owners, security guards, and maybe even some of you guys do not know. Okay, so that is what we will be doing. This initiative hopefully will be launched in a couple weeks. Nationwide, it's educational. We gotta work around these mandates because me and you, we can't change laws, we can't change mandates, but we can work around them and educate these store managers and these security guards because they seriously have no clue about what our human rights are. There was just a bunch of people in Nordstrom getting in a confrontation with management, and some people brought up, well, what about our human rights? Da, 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 da. And they're like, I had no idea. Store managers don't know. So if you're ever going to go into a store, just remember this also. Some store managers don't know what the human rights code is. So don't be argumentative. Okay, don't be aggressive. Be respectful. Be polite. Educate them. And that's how we do this movement, okay? This will be the initiative, guys, okay? So hopefully this will go in a couple weeks. Human rights handout, okay? Couple weeks, okay, guys? Yes.
I tried that yesterday at Fresh Markets down under Vancouver House, you know?
Yeah.
And he would not let me in. I said all the things you said. So I got his business card. Now, where do I take it from here? Well, how
Okay,
can
so
I-
basically, if they violate your human rights, you file a complaint with the Provincial Human Rights Committee, or you take it to Tanya Action for Canada, one of those two, and you'll be taken care of right there. Once they violate your human rights, you're out, you're booted out. That's when you file a complaint.
So put that on your information too, so people know.
We will. We will do also a step-by-step process of what you're supposed to do during an interaction, and if you get kicked out, what you're supposed to do. We will be doing that, okay? I'm trying for you guys. I'm trying. You know what, guys? Protests are great, okay? We'll never stop. Rallies are great, but we need some sort of an action plan now. We need to take action, okay? We're not creating enough, pushback, and we're not a threat to these stores and businesses by just, going on the streets here. It's great, but we need action. We need to start making change. And I sincerely believe in this initiative that I'm going to be launching in a couple weeks will help store managers, will help educate ourselves, these managers, these security guards on our human rights, and hopefully they will start allowing us in with no fuss, no nothing. So I fully believe in what we're doing, and I need all you guys to do it. All you guys need to contribute all across Canada too, okay guys? Okay? And I got one more thing to say to my friends, my family in the East Coast city of Toronto. I got one thing to say to you guys right now. Is Toronto ready to celebrate their freedoms and rights November 28th at Dundas Square? I will see you there. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. This is a little song for our Canadian leaders for taking our Christmas from us. Justin's nuts roasting on an open fire. Doug Ford stinky in Gitmo. Visions and dreams that Canadians desire. And so Trudeau has to go. Everybody knows he's creepy, just like Sleepy Joe. Lying piece of shit and not too bright. Tiny tots with their eyes all aglow will be his victims tonight. You know that Satan is on his way. Concentration camps and quarantine by day. And every mother, she just wants to cry. We'd rather catch COVID and die. And so I'm offering this simple phrase for psychopaths here to Timbuktu. Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas, fuck you. One more time. Although it's been said, everybody, many times, many ways, Merry Christmas, fuck you. Last time for Trudeau. Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas, fuck you.